Hello and welcome to the walking talking topic on solving linear equations, question 1 with me, Mr. Barton. Now let's have a look what we've got here. Solve 2x plus 5 equals 5x plus 1. I'll warn you straight away, this is a bit of a weird question, this one. But anyway, let's crack on. Whenever we get solving linear equations, I've got a bracket involved, I like to sort that bracket out as early as possible. So let's expand that bracket. So I'm going to keep my left-hand side exactly the same, 2x plus 5, but I'm going to expand my bracket. So I'm going to do 5 lots of x, which I think is 5x, and 5 lots of positive 1 is going to be positive 5. Now, I like to then get my x's all on one side, and I like them to be on the side that's got the greatest number of x's. So my right-hand side's got 5x's, my left-hand side's got 2x's. So let's get them all on this right-hand side. So those 2x's do not belong on my left-hand side, so let's get rid of them. I'm going to take 2x's from that side. That 2x, take 2x, x's have gone. I've still got me 5 though, so I've got to remember him. And now I've got to remember to take my 2x's off this side. So I had 5x's, take 2x's, I'm left with 3x on that side, and I've still got me positive 5. Now this is where it gets a little bit weird, because I want to get all my numbers on the left-hand side. So I'm going to get rid of this plus 5 by taking 5 from both sides. And 5, take away that 5, is 0. And if I've got rid of that 5, the only thing I've got left here is 3x's. Now this is getting odder by the second. And if I've got 3x's equals 0 and I want to know what 1x is, I'm going to divide by 3 to get rid of my 3x. So 0 divided by 3. Just be careful there. If you've got no sweets and you're trying to share them between 3 people, they're going to go hungry. They're going to end up with no sweets each. So x is actually equal to 0. Now if you ever get a weird answer like that, just substitute it back in and see if it makes sense. If x is 0, 2 lots of 0 are 0, and I've just got a 5. And if x is 0 here, I've got 5 lots of 0 plus 1. Well, 0 plus 1 is just 1, and 5 lots of 1 is just 5. So it is right, even though it's a bit strange. But what about this next one here? This is a flipping nasty one. Solve a third bracket, 2x plus 3 plus 4x equals 8. Now, there's lots of ways you can approach this question. I'm going to show you the way I would do this. I don't like fractions. In fact, I don't like fractions in equations almost as much as I don't like brackets, but if anything, even worse. So I'm going to get rid of this fraction. I do not fancy trying to expand this bracket with that fraction. So what I'm going to do to get rid of this fraction, I'm going to times everything by 3. And by everything, I mean this term, this whole bracket, this 4x, and this 8. Everything's going to get times by 3. Now, if I've got a third of something and I times it by 3, I just end up with that something. Think about it. If you've got a third of a cake and then somebody gives you 3 times as much as that, you've just got your full cake. So a third of 2x plus 3, when I times it by 3, just leaves me with a 2x plus 3. Now I've got to deal with my 4x. I've got to times that by 3 as well. That is a separate term in this expression. So my 4x gets times by 3 to leave me with 12x's. And now I've also got to remember to times my 8 by 3 to leave me with 24. Now if you can get to that stage, the rest of the question's really easy. It's just very difficult getting to that stage. So now we can finish it off. We've got 2x's and we've got 12x's, that's 14x's. We've still got our plus 3, and that's all equal to 24. Now we've got to solve it just as normal. I'm going to take 3 from both sides to give me 14x's, get rid of that plus 3, take 3 from this side is 21. Now a lot of students get to this point and think, well, I can't solve that because 21 doesn't divide by 14, but that's alright. Just divide by 14, divide both sides by 14, and you get x is equal to 21, and write it as a fraction. Fractions are very, very underrated. 21 divided by 14. And that, to be fair, will probably get you the 3 marks, but if you want to try and simplify it, that's absolutely fine. 21 and 14, I think they both have a common factor of 7, so if I divide the top by 7 and the bottom by 7, I think I get 3 over 2, which is just equal to 1 and 1/2, or 1.5. But any one of those answers is going to get you the 3 marks.